The main purpose of sustainability has to do with people, and has to do with the fact that we're going to have 10 billion people on the planet by 2050. If we change nothing, we're probably going to need 3 planets worth of natural resources to satisfy the demand. We don't have that, so we have to learn how to do more with less. I think a lot of people are following what their peers and their key stakeholders are demanding in terms of sustainability without necessarily answering the question of what exactly is sustainability. I think there is a perception out there that sustainability is all about green stuff and environmental stuff, although there is a balance out there and people understand that. Most of the activities that are employed by companies related to sustainability deal with what somebody else told them.
Well, my idea of sustainability is how to do better with less, because the foundation of sustainability is not esoteric. This is something that everybody should engage. Not only manufacturing, but all the societies around the world should engage towards sustainability, because everything we do every day counts at the end of for the result. So for me, sustainability is a cultural thing. This is something that should be coming from the inside, and after that, it does drive the way you act towards, the resources that you're using, or the way you consume goods, at the end. Everybody is sustainable. Everybody is doing sustainability because it's probably they don't know how to capture the sense or the definition of sustainability. But if you want to compete today against the Asian markets or the Asian competitors or the Mexican or anywhere else in the world, you have to be sustainable. But the way how you package the whole thing this is the challenge for everybody. So it's from the selection of the raw material, okay, the way you eco-design, the goods that you're going to produce, the way you manage your human resources that is going to have an impact, the way you manage the energy, okay, the technologies that you're using. Is it a 25 years old, technology, or this is an up-to-date technology? The way you will commercialize or distribute your product, your goods, okay, has an impact. And down the end, the consumer at the end has a role to play. He's going to buy the goods you produce. He wants to buy a good that is probably made out of the best efficiency as possible. But at the end, the way he consumes and the way he recycles the thing this is a social engagement for everybody. So this is where a person, an employee, because the employee, the way he does his work at the company has an impact. Okay, but when he goes back home with his kids, families, and his surroundings, they're all playing a key role into that sustainability. So this is how everybody gets engaged in the same stream here.
The industry has changed tremendously in the past couple of decades, not only in manufacturing products that are much better in terms of quality, durability, and flexibility of application, but also in terms of creating an environment where workers that are involved in the production process and users can benefit better from the product and being involved in the industry as well. So the industry has gone down on emissions 90% over the past since 1983, actually, with a production increase of 87%. The dioxins have gone down tremendously over the same decade. There is more and more recycling taking place. Over 1 billion pounds of products in the United States of vinyl gets recycled. The last thing that I want to mention is one of the benefits of using vinyl bags in IV bags and especially blood bags is the fact that the blood gets to the shelf life. It's expanded tremendously because of the properties of the vinyl product.
Well, we had to put in place the foundation of this program here in Canada, and we had to test with about what we have close to 80 companies now that has gone through the process of being certified eco-responsible. But it does not limit, the companies here in Canada, because they all export. So there's one thing about that is that for us, the eco-responsible program is something over and beyond the boundaries of Canada because of their reach. And because of companies now are more global, they're more all over the planet than only being local. So for us, we wanted to make sure that we have a solid foundation with this program to make sure that anybody that gets certified, they get involved, they get engaged into a continuous improvement, okay, and reducing waste, optimizing their resources, and bring to the market the best eco-responsible, goods for the people. And also it affects the suppliers of the value chains, of manufacturing value chains. So for us, we had to team up with and look at outside the boundaries of Canada, and Canada becoming one of the leader, the renowned leader in the world for taking a serious steer to sustainability. The first golden rule of the eco-responsible program is elimination of waste at all levels. So it's not only waste at energy waste or the leftovers of production. This is the waste at all levels. Human resources is probably one of the most important area where you can improve. Because a lot of manufacturers or a lot of companies, they have a turnover which is really too high. But they don't evaluate, they don't estimate the cost of that. Replacing a key employee in a company, it takes months and years to train somebody. So you have to take in consideration all these wastes, because down the bottom, this is the people that are going to pay for the goods out of your manufacturing line they're the one that they're going to buy it or they're not going to buy it. So there's in the between, there's that homework to do, and everybody has to get engaged on that homework. We work that program from a bottom-up approach. We didn't use the top-bottom approach. It's more intensive. It's definitely more intensive, and the proof of concept takes longer when you work from the roots. But if you want to have sustainable results, you have to work from the roots. To wrap up the credibility of this program, we needed to have an auditing body that is external, but is also a worldwide renowned organization. So we started the process of negotiating with EcoCert Group, which happens that they are in 90 countries around the world, and they are the external body of this, and making sure this is a rigorous, this is a very disciplined program, and then it's external of the process of itself. So we wanted to respect all the foundations of governance of this, and also we have the Government of Canada and the Government of Quebec that is also endorsing this program, and they actually invested in this program. So when you have the government and you have the industry, combining resources and strength in order to create what I call a main process around sustainability, then you have something that is robust. So this is how we got the external bodies to engage into this. I've always said that the sustainability approach has to be dealt from a cultural point of view. The Japanese with the Toyota production system has proven that when you are engaged into lean manufacturing, it has to be from a cultural point of view.
Kanban.
Yeah, exactly. So from my perspective, one of the best thing, the best result we had, the outcome of this program is that this is the employees' mobilization and motivation. In some companies, we've been able to lower the turnover level, okay, by such a percentage that it's unbelievable. You know, and how do you measure the tangible aspect of this? It's not always from a financial point of view, but when you have more motivated employees coming to work in the morning, it transfers to the generations before, behind, and in front, and now you start to create an atmosphere. And if you want to be a world-class company, then you have to create that atmosphere from a cultural point of view. Eco-responsible is the trigger of this, and this is probably the best, the most important intangible result that we had coming out of this program.
What the vinyl industry in the United States is doing on sustainability is to establish a program of continuous improvement that engages all the members of the vinyl industry on taking action, systematic, and where it matters, and where the effort gives us the biggest payback in terms of sustainability footprinting. To start that journey, we've got together and formed a Vinyl Business and Sustainability Council. We have calculated a materiality analysis for the whole vinyl industry that has identified 6 hotspots that will drive our performance in the future. And currently we're working on defining what the goals and key performance indicators related to those hotspots are going to be, and blend everything into a branded performance initiative that will be launched in 2018. We hope to expand the council to include recyclers, and also we're looking to partner with selected numbers of NGOs at some point in time.
While the short-term and the long-term benefit from a company, to be sustainable is definitely the demystification of sustainability. Okay, we all think this is an esoteric, term, and as Chris described before, if you have 50 people in the room, they're all going to have their own definition. So, to be sustainable, it's important that everybody focuses, okay, on the same path. And when you can create that alignment with the people, the resources, internal and external resources, then you have a symbiotic movement, okay? When you waste time of trying to get 50 people in the same line, okay, this is a lot of time, this is a lot of resources. But when you get that, okay, then from there you can work on key performance indicators, on challenges, okay? And it's not only economical challenges. What is very, very interesting about this program is that we make aware the management and the production, the administration, administrative people, operations people, everybody, we make them aware that sustainability is not only an economic approach. It has to include social, environmental, and governance. And right from there, it's very interesting to see how companies now engage into the eco-responsible certification program, that how they select challenges that are not even, okay, measured by financial, but they are measured by motivation, mobilization, turnover, and along the stream of manufacturing, okay, the manufacturing processes, then everybody is aware that it's not a matter of only economical, but we have to make it as a global approach to the business processes. If you do a sustainability management program, I can assure you, and if you do it the proper way, from a process, okay, point of view, or from a systematic approach, I can guarantee anybody that you will have both financial, economical outcome, positive results out of that. I can demonstrate that anytime.
We can definitely do better. We're already recycling about a billion pounds of PVC in the United States out of 15 billion pounds that are produced of resin in the United States. So that's a significant percentage. We can definitely do better. To recycle a material, you have to use energy, and there's a certain amount of cost involved. There's an additional process involved. And also what's really critical is to end up with an application that is comparable in terms of quality and purpose. Vinyl is highly recyclable, especially if it comes from rigid applications. Flexible vinyl includes additives, and therefore it's not a matter of recycling the actual product, but finding applications where the additives that are in the recycled material can play a role as well.
The linear thinking and the circular thinking addresses, different approaches or different business models. We've been engaged for years and hundreds of years into linear, okay? We've always thought that the resources would be there, okay, and we could expand, indefinitely. We came up to a shockwave maybe 30 years ago at Rio de Janeiro, when there was the first meeting, the first global meeting about sustainability and the sustainability of this planet. And we saw at that moment that the course of action of this planet, thinking that the resources are always going to be there, well, that's coming to an end. But what happens is that now the circular thinking, the circular business model is probably the most promising and the most sustainable, okay, financial and economical business model ever to be developed. Of course, we are at the first stages of developing this stream of thought, okay, about circular thinking or circular business model. But definitely, we have to engage toward that circular thinking. We are already at the stage of using 1.5 planet for resources. We are already over and beyond, okay, what we can digest, okay, as producing and consuming on this planet. So for me, the circular thinking is definitely the way of thinking right at the beginning of producing a good, is that it goes from the material selection, it goes from to the eco-design, the life cycle analysis, and you have to capture along the way of the value chain all the steps, all the stages where you can eliminate waste, okay? Then from then, when it goes to the shelf, okay, where the consumer buys the goods, then the role of that is that you have to make sure that your product is 100% recyclable. Then the consumer, okay, uses it, consumes it, and once he's finished with it, he goes in the blue bin, or it goes into a recycler system, okay? Then the value chain that produces that good should recuperate that material and reinitiate it into a new life cycle, okay? And it could go on for forever, because this is the way circular works, is that you have to make sure that everything is captured into a closed loop system. So for me, this is the difference between linear, which is definitely coming to an end. I don't have a crystal ball to say that the linear thinking is going to go for the next 20 years or 50 years. I'm saying that there's going to be a rupture between the people that don't think that we have a problem on this planet and the ones that are aware that there is a serious problem for sustainability of this planet. So the circular, for me, I'm going to be definitely aiming at creating that movement for circular thinking and circular business model. I'd like to see consumers and manufacturers, hands by hands, working together to change that disposable mode to the reusable mode, and making sure that we all engage into this closed loop system where we're going to find, you know, the sustainability for years to come.
Sustainability is about continuous improvement. So to be able to imagine it as a journey of continuous improvement. There is a performance in that journey that has to occur at the company level and product level for that matter, manufactured by the company, that shows that continuous improvement of doing more with less. This performance needs to be elaborated into some kind of a script, so somebody needs to define the path and the steps that are necessary to be taken into this path, and somebody needs to verify whether this journey is taking place. At the same time, the person that, or the entity that's taking that journey can tell people about it, can brand themselves to say, I'm on this performance of continuous improvement, and look what I'm doing, and because I am continuing this journey, I can use a certain name that goes with it. That is branded performance. It's a marketing concept with a script, a recipe behind it of continuous improvement that companies can follow and not only become more sustainable, but also get the business benefit out of it. It is important for everyone watching this video to understand that the vinyl industry has been and is a leader in sustainability. It is important to know that the vinyl industry continues its efforts to stay into that leadership position and lead as a model, not just within the industry itself and our market segments, but also be a model for other market segments to follow. As such, it is really important that we do this together, and we're looking forward to collaborating together as part of the Vinyl Business and Sustainability Council.
To be sustainable is definitely the pathway for the future of this planet. This is not only an egocentric, thing. This is a global thing that everybody should be concerned. And from there, if you want to have a sustainable company or a sustainable, initiative, then you have to understand that there's a way to address sustainability. It's not something that is coming out of the blue. The Eco-Responsible program was actually designed to make sure that we work it from the root and moving up the value chain. And from there, once you capture the essentials of what you have to do to be sustainable, then you move to action after that. This program is definitely in line with what we have to do to make this planet more sustainable. We hope that we're moving abroad. We hope moving outside Canada with this program, because we definitely want to be one of the leaders of the future. We don't want to be the leader of something that is going to be a downfall. We want to be leader, the leader, one of the leader, about sustainability and the future and promising future of profitable organizations ahead of us.